Welcome back to Icarus, Alien Vanguard. Today we're going to the Asylum, which we're simulating Asylum. Why we're doing that? That is a good question. Then again, why do you play Batman Arkham Asylum? That's the question you're going to have to ask yourself. Anyway, it's a simulation level, so it's going to be pretty crazy. I guess the level is going to indicate that you're going to become crazy after playing it. And I have to say, I agree a little bit. First of all, the red key is taught to me. I got these weird, like, padded walls. Yeah, that's a good start. And it's dark. Considering all these simulations, I'm starting to think the demons are not native to these simulations and just happen to run their own holodeck problem. Yeah, they run the holodecks, yeah. I mentioned how it makes sense for them to do that before, but now I'm just mentioning a piece of the plan, assuming it ever was the plan. I can't really be a game theorist that way. It's like, what if I want to just make up the lore? Did you just cause the... Someone made the other Baron jump because it hit his ass or something. I never noticed that before. Don't worry, I sense a megasphere upon us to make up for that bullshit. And there it is. Now we're all good. Everything's all good. It's still dark. It's supposed to be that dark. You worry about it less over time. Honestly, it looks lighter in the final product, and I don't know how. Like, why does it look dark to me now? Do I need to turn on the brightness on my computer? You would think so. Doom's just a dark game for dark people who enjoy evil things, such as killing the... It's like... It's satanic to kill demons! It's like, what are you on, 90s? Turns out, people are crazy. Or worse, people can be made crazy. Yeah, you know what's terrifying that bad people is good people made bad, and then not even knowing it. An ongoing fear of life. How about this wall? What does this indicate to you? Shall we have an ink block test? Thank you, Mr. Rorschach. The whole test based on subjectivity, and then the man made from the Rorschach test being like, nothing is subjective. That's stupid. You're stupid. Opening up your pants and seeing what's inside. It's brown. Oh no, you shat imp. You shimped. Oh, this time the Archvile's in a place I can easily get rid of them through the corner if I just peek in my both eyelids and go inside. If that was all the things that you did to say to me, that's what you would want to do at NME. That's what we do best at NME. Okay. Okay. I'll deal with the imps outside first. That is the best course of action. Compliments to the chef. No, let's get the Archvile dead first. I don't feel like having revived the Mancubus I could have probably also killed. He can still shoot fire through it, but his own personal body can't make it through, so advantage is mine. So much so, I only bother with the super shotgun. Which is good. That's what you want to do when you're forced to deal with it. And this is how we deal with the things that we deal with, all a part of everyday life. Let's go into a surreal mind space where nothing I say is of any value except purely made of value without any controls as to how I, convey what I'm thinking to you. It is more of a direct, raw translation of thought to words. Kind of like when a machine translates another language into English. This is me translating my own thoughts directly into English instead of thinking about what I'm saying. It can happen a lot. It happens in my thoughts a lot without even getting to the English part, so it just sounds like a bunch of electrical signals I'm imagining inside my head. All the neurons for the morons made of borons who like the gorons. It took me forever ago to realize that the Metagoron was not a Metagoron. It was in fact the medium Goron to coincide with the big Goron who was big. Yeah. So would that make the smaller version? I think the smaller version was the guy that was rolling himself up as a ball rolling around until you blew him up. But you wouldn't call him the small Goron because all the other Gorons are small in comparison. including the child that takes its place later that's named after you, no matter what. So if you name yourself Assface, the Great Assface, Goron will be like, I am the Great Assface. It's an incredible name, don't you agree? It's like, yes, my name is Assface too, I would know. Yeah. I don't really do that anymore, where I'm playing an RPG, and it's like, choose your name, and I'm like, nah. Unless it's a straight-up CRPG, or if it's Final Fantasy 1, in which case, where you have like a lot of character options as opposed to just the standard characters, then yeah, I'll make up a name. Using one of those name generators that we want to generate, and then we put it outside and cut it off like the rest, like a Cancer or like a Capricorn. It's the difference between a crab and a goat. Why is the crab cancerous? Actually, wait, no. We just passed the time of the Cancer crab. Where are we now? Damn. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. This shotgun is aimed at you as soon as I can find you and figure out how to get the hell to get out of this place and not go insane doing it. Well, the texture's certainly alright, but the level design has me concerned. What was going on in that room? Some kind of testing chamber? Like portal-wise? Maybe. Maybe you should just keep your eyes to yourself. Yeah, keep your eyes inside your field of vision at all times. Do not look outside your frame of reference. Keep your eyeballs inside yourself. Keep your eyes off. Yeah. I wonder at one point we considered the theory that looking at someone is similar to the same way as touching them. Much like witnessing a particle is the same, like the same thing as observing a particle is the same way as affecting it, right? I'm inclined to believe that there might be some truth to that if you consider that the eye's evolutionary design is to absorb light, which means it's actually doing something. Looking at someone is an action. It's not you doing nothing and being like, oh, I'm just watching. No, watching is an action. Looking is an action. You're fooling yourself into thinking you're neutral in any way or form. The only way you can be really neutral is if you probably didn't exist or ever existed in any capacity, and no one's yet to be retconned, just forgotten. So, yeah. Keep those eyes on the prize of 1,000 people. I wonder what those Team TNT guys are doing now. They kept their website on for long enough. I was just wondering what was happening to their one mod they were going to make for Z-Doom way back when, in the early 2000s. I don't know if that was ever finished, or if they were decided to just forget about it, since they were working on better things, like some of them moving on to Valve, for instance. These people that make the video game... What? Oh, you know what? I think this is the symbol of the Icarus ship itself. What the fuck is going on back here? Why is there lava there? A few times in this mod set, there'll be secrets that are basically required getting to, and I think getting that key counted. It does happen. I don't really mark it down as secret, but if it counts as secret, I'm not telling. By virtue of not telling us, you have actually told us. Because you already told me, Fox Boy. The Chaos Emerald is a fake! Why did I bother to get... Oh, you know what? Maybe the Super Shotgun counts as secret. I actually don't remember my line of reasoning. It was just like, I can do it just because I can. And so it was. He blasted Super Shotguns with great disdain for the ammunition community. Immunize, omninize, omnipotentize, omniscient eyes. These eyes know things. How am I gonna get back around to that super duper mega armor of blueness? I don't know. Come to think of it, though, why don't we add a red armor, right? And then we can have a whole Zelda thing going on. Or instead of tunics, it's armors we're putting on, right? And, what, the pistol would be the first sword. The shotgun would be the second sword. And then I guess the third sword's the super shotgun? Yeah, let's do that. That sounds good. Narrator's note, it did not sound good. How much support do you have from the supporters community that support you? Look at all the dogs I let in here. Even the asylum has a pound inside. Because what do you do when animals go insane? Do you euthanize them or you try to treat them in a veterinarian asylum thingy place, if there is such a thing? A pet psychologist. Do we have pet psychologists? You must have the most interesting job. The most interesting mundane job of the pet psychologist. It's like, I'm going to read your animal's mind. Maybe. It wants to lick itself. Is that okay, human? Yes. And then the pet psychologist returns to their ivory tower, never to be spoken of again. Oh, Spider Master. Not the master, just a little arachnotron. Really not much. This game likes to spam armor at me, though. Oh, it's a trapped armor. That's why I picked it up, because I knew something like that would happen. Wow. This is why I touch a lot of things even when I don't need to, in case enemies just decide to come flying out. I know that happened a lot of Heretic when I just grabbed, like, you know, armor and be like, oh, it caused the door to open that I actually need to go through. Well, shit. It does happen. You be careful now. You be careful of all those things that you protected us from. From here to there and everywhere. These little guys who shot you with these flies from beyond the cage and with another soul sphere. I never actually figured out how to get that soul sphere, by the way. So, if you do, feel free to share how you did it. Since I'm not doing a 1% or 100% items run, usually ever, I'm not going to worry about it, but I feel like I let myself down by not taking advantage of a soul sphere opportunity. I think having a Megasphere early in the level is quite enough, but yeah. I am in no way finding this to be a relatively hard mod. This is a pretty fair fucking mod, actually. The only time it doesn't really feel fair is when I get teleporting antics, and that just happens. Can't really prevent it. You know how I counteract it, though? If I know they're going to teleport in, you can, I may have mentioned this, but saving the game kind of, resets the Monsters Watch thing. So saving is actually a game mechanic that has more effect on the game than you thought. So if you know they're going to teleport in, and you save before they teleport in, and they're like on a timer, you could run past the whole section and be like, you're not here. Or they could just not show up at all based on how that works. I don't like that Crusher. I forgot there was a Crusher in there. I thought going in there had something to do with how I was going to get the Soul Sphere, and it didn't happen, so I feel bad about myself. See, I kept thinking I activated a wall, but no, that's just the Crusher making the same sound as a wall possibly going down. Annoying. Yes, I know. How about this wall? We bring it back to you, and we put it in your pocket. How many times am I going to put things in my pocket? Until I am the Bomberman. That's how long. Animal crackers in my soup. Monkeys and rabbits loop de loop. Isn't loop French for wolf? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And Varg is Swedish for wolf. Relatively speaking. It's hard for me to understand how Swedish is kind of a separate... Yeah, some European languages don't sound too separate, like, say, Dutch and Portuguese are like, that sounds similar to German and Spanish. So it's like, yeah, well, think again. And Japanese uses the same kana as the Chinese. Or they use the same sounds, but they just changed how the writing looks because reasons. And you're like, oh... Hello, friends. I'm in the maze of the amazing asylum. Gotta know when to get out of this place and get yourself out of this whole fucking show. What are you waiting for? A place to chance to go to rest. Oh, wait. Aha! Oh, it was nothing. It was the wall of nothing. Thanks. Oh, who's stupid for trying to get this super shotgun now? Oh. You thought I didn't need it. No, behold. Topping off. Oh, you mean besides all the shotgun boxes? Yeah, I sure do love it when we have plenty of shotgun ammo to go around. It's no wonder I use it so damn much. Somehow I never get nearly enough ammunition for my chain gun, but I can get super shotgun capabilities all fucking day. No wonder everyone uses this gun. This gun is the best gun ever. It is. It really is. Even like lore and future Doom official Doom titles that are not in this id Tech engine are just like, yes, the super shotgun was the Doom guy's bread and butter weapon. I'm like, yeah, pretty much. Very reliable stuff. Of course, they should truly fear the BFG, but that's beyond their knowledge, their willpower. When they see a BFG, they just expect it. It's like, yep, that's gonna kill us. But a super shotgun is insidious as to how useful it is. That's why they fear it so much. They're just like, how does this thing keep kicking our ass? It's just a fucking shotgun. But it's a super shotgun. Super-de-duper. Crushers that I pass along to my compatriots. A catastrophe of impossible measurability. That we see that all that now I need to leave. Okay, I guess we're spending a minute trying to figure out if I can get that thing. Just don't bother. Don't bother past me. It was all a waste. Yeah. Yeah, I decided to see if it had something to do with being in this crusher room. And I really should not have bothered. I'm not even getting in there. Okay, yeah, see? So no. I'm basically hoping for those walls on either side to go down, and I'm not getting any, no. Someone's gonna have to be more knowledgeable than me on this one. I'm just doing what I consider the bare minimum, which is just secrets and nearly all monsters. I do not have to get all monsters in my Doom runs. That's only a thing I do in Wolfenstein runs, due to the fact that, secrets of Wolfenstein just amount to, like, pushing a wall open, and that doesn't really count so much. But maybe it does. Oh, and the all treasure run. That's right. I do make it a point to have the all treasure run. But the all monster run in Wolfenstein 3D happens more than I'd say any 2D shooters, just because since it's all just fucking floor and ceiling and wall, there is no possible way you could be exempt from killing an enemy. Oh, killing 100% enemies in every Wolfenstein 3D level ever made. You know? That's something that would happen with Catacomb 3D also. So anything Wolfenstein-esque in design, where it's just like flat squares, it's going to be all enemies possible, because what else is there left to do? Walk around wondering what I do with my own shoe? Lace? It's all about aglets. Aglets are sinister. Aglets are sinister. You never heard a crackpot theory such as this, because it sounds like a guy who's taken both pot and crack, hence the name crackpot. They're doing the intermediate speedball. The casual speedball is when you take NyQuil and coffee and wonder if you're going to be awake or not, and you're like, I don't know. Casual speedball. Dun, 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 dun. But if you don't want to press your luck with NyQuil, try magnesium. I mean for sleeping. I just do DayQuil. I do not need help sleeping like that. Also, I'm offended by medicines that force you to go to sleep anyway. That's kind of why I'm frightened of, you know, them putting on the gas when I was in surgery the one time. Like, this is just going to force me to sleep in like 5 seconds. Thanks a lot. I don't even remember what happened. I just woke up a minute later, but hours had passed. It's like, oh, thanks, surgery. Thank you, Mr. Robot. Robot Taylor. Yes, a robot tailor. We have to give clothes to the robots.